Welcome back to Sports Vision Sports TV. This is Vision. Now, reports are saying that Canelo may be fighting Crawford in 2024 this year. And he also might be fighting Jermall Charlo. I made a video talking about how Crawford will beat Canelo. Yes, Crawford will beat Canelo. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. And the reason why he gonna beat Canelo is because number one, Crawford is a special type of talent. Like I said, he can switch between southpaw and orthodox. He got a million gazillion different type of jabs, different type of punches that he uses for each and every opponent. He might take this one jab and use it for Errol Spence because he know he can go over top of Errol Spence's jab. But then he might go to Canelo and use a different type of jab for Canelo. But guess what? He has that in his arsenal. See, Canelo would beat the brakes off Spence. You know why? Because Spence don't have that. Spence don't have those type of punches. Spence don't have that arsenal. Spence does 3 punches. That's it. That's all he has. 3 punches. He's got a jab, he's got a left hook and a right hook. Anything else? Oh yeah, and he got the body shot. Other than that, he don't got nothing. And that's the reason why I said that Crawford was going to beat Spence, and he did. It's not rocket science, people. Now, Canelo Alvarez has a special talent as well. But let's dive deep into it. Canelo Alvarez, okay. Canelo Alvarez is fighting Terence Crawford. He's not fighting Jermall Charlo. Jermall Charlo went up to 168 and ran around the ring for 12 rounds trying to get a payday. Jermall Charlo and Terence Crawford are 2 different people. They will not do the same thing. Crawford, can you imagine Terence Crawford going in that ring, running around for 12 rounds and then say, well, at least I didn't get knocked out? Come on, people. Come on, people. Can you imagine Crawford doing that? Stop it. Now, Canelo is a great fighter. Like I said, he is. I'm not saying that he can't beat Crawford. I'm just saying he's not going to beat him. Let me give you another reason why Crawford will beat Canelo. Canelo's not that much bigger than Crawford. Y'all need to stop with that. That's all y'all know. Crawford gonna get himself hurt. Crawford is too small. He's not that much bigger than Crawford. Canelo's not that big. He's a 168 pounder that came up from 147. He fought Floyd Mayweather and got his tail whooped. Let me ask y'all a question. Why did Mayweather beat Canelo? I'll wait. I'm going to sit here and wait for y'all to conjure that thought in y'all mind. Why did Floyd Mayweather beat Canelo Alvarez? I'm gonna just sit back and let y'all think about that. Canelo was bigger than Floyd. Floyd ain't care. You know why Floyd didn't care? Because Floyd's better than him. You want to know why Crawford wants to fight Canelo? Because Crawford feels he's better than him. And he is. He is. Not by a long shot, but he's better than Canelo. This dude's been fighting since he was 7 years old. I don't know how long Canelo's been fighting. Canelo might have been fighting since he was 3. I don't know. But Crawford is better than Canelo, and he will beat Canelo. Okay, now Canelo is a great fighter, and Canelo has great strengths, and he has great power. He does have size on him, but he's not that much bigger than Crawford because Crawford can go up to 168. Listen, do you think that Crawford would call out Canelo if he thought that Canelo was too big? Do you think Crawford would go up to 168 if he thought it was danger to his body? Do you think that Crawford would sit up there and go up to 168 if he didn't have a nutritionist that knew how to make sure that he get there safely? You guys got to stop living through these fighters. That's all y'all do. Stop living through the fighters. Bud, Crawford, stay away from Canelo. He's too big. Do you know what? You could get yourself seriously hurt. You're not Crawford. You don't know that nigga. You don't know his body and you don't know what is in his brain. Stop making decisions for the fighters. These fighters know what they doing. Crawford been fighting since he was 7. I think he would know if Canelo was too big. It's the same thing y'all said about Spence. And Crawford pushed that nigga back and knocked him down 3 times and stopped him. Crawford got longer reach than Canelo. They're the same height. When Crawford goes up to one, if Crawford decides he wants to go to 168, which it seems like he does, and it looks like he will, if this fight goes down, he will. Crawford will be at 168, and he's going to look better than Charlo, because Charlo didn't really look that good at 168. When it comes to, he looked bigger than Canelo. He looked bigger than Canelo. Let that sink in, y'all. Charlo coming up from 154 to 168 looked bigger than Canelo. But Canelo is very dense. Canelo is like a true 168. He's a true 168 right now, but he didn't start there. So he's not a real 168 himself. But he has grown into the weight class. Now, if this fight were to go down, Crawford will be able to go up to 168 and he would do it safely. And he would do it in a way where he knows that he can get the most out of his body. He's not going in there for no payday and get up out of there. Come on, man. Crawford is stopping everybody that he fights. Canelo didn't even stop Charlo. He was supposed to stop Charlo. Everybody was talking so great about what Canelo was doing. Oh, Canelo looks so great. Canelo looks like this and this and that. I didn't see that. I don't think Canelo looked that good in that fight. He looked healthy, but that's about it. He should have stopped Charlo. He didn't. He knocked Charlo down, made Charlo take a knee. That was good. He didn't look bad in the fight. He looked good in the fight, but he didn't look as great as all y'all was trying to act like he looked. Y'all was up there talking, oh my gosh, he looks so unbelievable. No, he didn't. He looked like Canelo. He looked good, but he wasn't unbelievable. I thought he was going to stop Charlo. He should have stopped him. Crawford goes in against Charlo. He's stopping Charlo. Stopping him. Straight up stopping him. I'm not biased. I don't care about Terence Crawford. I've been following Terence Crawford since he turned pro, but I'm not a Terence Crawford fan. If I thought Terence Crawford was going to get his tail whooped, I'd tell you, Crawford going to get his tail whooped. But Crawford has not shown me anything over his career to let me know he going to get his tail whooped at any time soon. Canelo, you have gone up to 168. You got beat by you went to 175 and lost to Bivol, which I don't hold that against you because Bivol is bigger than you. He got longer reach than you. And that's a tough hill to climb. I give you credit for fighting him. You come down, you come back down to 168, and you fighting you're not even fighting guys that's natural 168 pounders. You fighting guys that's coming up from lower weight classes for their first fight. Canelo fighting guys that's coming up for their first fight at 168 instead of fighting dudes that's already at 168. Come on, man. I want to see Canelo in Crawford, but I want to see Canelo fight Benavidez first. But that's for a different day. Crawford is able to adapt to all of his opponents, and Crawford is able to adapt. Crawford is very competitive. He's a dog. He mean. And he can adapt to anything that his opponent is putting out there. Canelo can do the same thing. But Canelo, I don't think Canelo, I'm not taking anything away from Canelo. I think Canelo's a great fighter. I think that he has a chance to beat Crawford. Of course he has a chance to beat Crawford. I'm not saying he can't beat Crawford. I'm just saying he's not going to beat him. But y'all got to stop living through these fighters. All y'all fans out there, all y'all do is live through these fighters, man. Y'all be living through these guys, man. These guys don't know y'all from a can of spray paint. Y'all willing to die for these niggas, man. Y'all Errol Spence fans, y'all out there that love making excuses for Errol Spence. This is what's wrong with boxing, man. When we call for the biggest fights, but then when we get the biggest fights, y'all got an excuse for the one that lost. It's like, come on, man. What's the point of having a big fight if y'all just gonna make excuses for who lose? It don't make sense, man. Stop making excuses for these guys. You wanted Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence. Now you got it. Now you're making excuses for the dude that lost. Stop that. That's crazy. Crawford beat Spence fair and square. Spence had had 2 or 3 fights after them accidents. So that's not an excuse. Spence was not weight drained. Stop that. Because he knew what he was getting into before he got into it. And even if he was weight drained, it's his fault. And he know what he did. And he knew he was going to lose that fight if he was weight drained. He knew he was going to lose. Why take the fight if you know you're going to lose? Y'all want to support that kind of guy? You want to support that? Come on, dog. Stop making excuses. We get the big fights. Let the big fight happen and stop making excuses. Canelo, I already know if Canelo fights Benavidez, Canelo's old, Canelo's this and that. Stop. If Canelo beats Benavidez, I would give him all the credit for that. And I would also give Canelo credit if he lost to Benavidez. But we're gonna say that for a different video. Crawford has not shown me anything that would tell me that he would lose. Point blank. He beats everybody and he stops everybody. He's not going to no decisions. He don't go to no decisions. Spence was punching harder than I seen him punch, and he still lost. Crawford said Crawford said, I felt one of his punches and I was like, dang, that's it? Do you think that Crawford hasn't been fighting guys bigger than Canelo? Are y'all crazy? This dude Crawford be in the ring with heavyweights and sparring guys way bigger than him. That's what boxers do. Boxers spar against guys that are bigger and better than them, so they can get ready for the fight. You think he gonna go in there and fight somebody that he know he can't beat? What you talking about? Y'all be just ridiculous. Y'all talking about Canelo too big. Crawford be fighting guys, sparring against guys bigger than Canelo. You guys got to cut it out, man. You guys got to stop living through these fighters, man. You guys living through Devin Haney. You guys wishfully hoping that Devin Haney actually wants to fight the best when he really don't. Stop living through these guys, man. Tank Davis, he ducking everybody. He don't want to fight nobody. Like, come on, man. I don't got no favorites. I just want to see the best fights. And I'm going to tell like it is. Vision Sports TV. That's more context on Terence Crawford versus Canelo. Now that the rumors is out. We don't know if it's true, but now the rumors is out. Let's follow up. Vision Sports TV. I'm out.